Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. If you remember, there was no love lost between me and the former Prime Minister of Great Britain, lazy lizard Truss. And the reason for that was her incompetence. As a foreign minister and as a prime minister, she was not ready. She will never be ready because she's not that young. Because if she would be young, I would say, well, like Baerbock, she's right there. Like, she's not ready yet, Baerbock of Germany, to be Germany's foreign minister because she still has time. But I think Liz Truss is much older and there's no way of redemption. I mean, she can read how much she wants now. It's a little bit too late. And I have to... So, starting with that, putting that to the side, I have nothing for her. I think she was a disgrace for the intelligent and fantastic British culture and in general. Anyway, but they got her, now they got this weasel. And then they had the blonde little bear. Jesus Christ, man. Boris. Not Boris Becker, though. Not Boris Yeltsin. Another Boris. Anyway, so what happened? I will defend Liz Truss, if you can believe, because I think she was a victim. I knew then, when she was kicked out after, 60 days, 40 days, 70 days, something, she was kicked out without even allowing her to make a mark on, or leave a mark, not the certain kind of mark, on the, in Great Britain. And she was ousted like this. And then it was Sunak, who did not, as far as I know, did not do any wonders. And he's still there, you know what I mean? So she was just invited out. And now we find out that even President Biden of United States of America was in the resistance group that ousted her. And she's... Yeah, that's it. So let's read this article. This article comes from the Telegraph, and it's from Wednesday. Biden was part of resistance that ousted me from power, says Truss. Well, baby doll, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't have gotten this far anyway. Sorry, but that's what I really think about that. Maybe you should have been good for a, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. I don't want to insult anybody, even though telling the truth in a direct way, I don't think it's an insult. Why am I supposed to weasel out? I mean, I don't want to be kind and not tell the truth. I think that would do more harm than if I tell the truth. Because if I tell the truth, that person, if has a little bit of is going to work on that and change it and make it better. But if I lie, you're perfect, baby doll. She's never going to change. And she's as a rock. So I think I'm serving her more, I'm more honest to her and helpful, more of a friend, telling her the truth that she sucks, than other people say, you're good, you're great, baby doll, you are good. Hey, Jesus. No, those are not your friends. I'm your father. I'm your friend. All right, let's move on. Liz Truss said Joe Biden, the US president, was part of the coordinated resistance she blamed for ending her brief premiership, I agree, in a US speech intended to revive her economic and political agenda. No. I'm not saying this so you can come back, baby doll. Keep that mouth doing what she knows best. That's not talking. Go, not eating. Maybe eating, but you know what I mean. Just go. Well, she's going, she's leaving, she's gone. Okay. The former prime minister also hit out at Emmanuel Macron, the French president, and Ursula von der Leyen, the European Commission president, for showing weakness by meeting Xi Jinping, the Chinese premier. Yeah, well, it seems like you're not only stew, you're also ed. You know what I mean? You don't want to talk with people? Yeah, I guess. Didn't she say that she would use nuclear weapons? I think that was her answer when she asked if she would use. She said yes when she was facing Maharishi Sunak in one of the debates or something. She was asked if Baba would you use. And she said yeah, I don't have a problem with that. So stay away, and she goes. Anyway, I would have gone down like that, but I have to read the article. Speaking at the Heritage Foundation in Washington, D.C., Ms. Truss warned that and I'm quoting, new kind of economic model was, okay, we don't care about that one, inflation. I want to see where Ms. Truss hit back at Mr. Biden. Biden's criticism of her tax-cutting policies, while in number 10 saying, and I'm quoting, it's not a matter for the U.S. president. Correct, but you don't know if that's the way. You are a weasel country. You are a bottom feeder. Without those guys, you're going to be a normal country. Right now, I don't think you are. Without these guys, you would be a normal country, and many more would be better countries, I think. It's a matter for the UK government how we best have tax rates that deliver for everybody across our country. Correct, baby doll? But you say this, but then you tell the other guys not to talk to China. Not be independent, not to, no? I mean, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, and for that, you can also, you know what I mean? There, brown nose right there. The flags, you see them? It's good that you went away. So she criticized the organization for economic cooperation and development plans for a minimum corporation tax rate first proposed by Mr. Biden, saying, and I'm quoting, we need a US-UK trade deal, not a UK-US. I said UK-US, not a UK-US tax deal. Trade deal, not tax deal. Yeah, you have to understand. Look at these guys. Oh my God. So let's see what's this. No. Let's see if we find anything about Mr. All right. Her fierce criticism was reserved for Mr. Macron and Ms. von der Leyen, who traveled to Beijing last week to urge Mr. Xi to reason with Russia and help end the war in Ukraine. She said, I believe that was a sign of weakness. Okay, it's also why it's wrong for President Macron to suggest that Taiwan is simply something not to direct interest to Europe. I don't agree with that at all. What we've seen is accommodation and appeasement by the West to these authoritarian regimes. Okay, well, let me tell you this, baby doll. You don't want these guys to go and talk to China. It seems like in Great Britain, the same thing Mr. Boris Johnson wants to do. They want to outdo the opponent in how much money they will give the military, and the military will give to Ukraine. Boris started saying that he would give everything to Ukraine militarily, and then the army was like, yeah. He said they were going to increase the budget, the military budget, the defense budget of the military. Everybody was, yeah, I think, yeah, man, we should not, man, that's these guys, yeah, lad, whatever. We're going to have them do that. Yes, we're going to have Boris do that. Then we have Sunak got equaled him in his proposal, and that killed Boris. And now I see her, hey, playing tough. Are you crazy? But this is their way of dealing. You want that kind of world? I don't want that kind of world. I want people to communicate. I want people to cooperate. I want people to discuss issues. I don't want things to be based on strength. You don't do my way, I'm going to put sanctions on you until you do what I want. That's how these guys function. And if you're small enough, I will punch you in the face. But if you're a little bit stronger than a toddler, I will not. I will create a coalition and then punch you in the face. You want those guys? I don't want those guys. I don't know what the other option is if the Russians and the Chinese get to power, or at least create an alternate option, whatever. I don't know yet, but always is good to have competition than a monopoly, always, because they will care a little bit more. No, they will have to compete. Their vision versus our vision. So we have to work on our vision and propagandize you a little bit and show you a little bit more love. Whereas if we are alone in charge, we don't have to do that. You have nowhere to run. But you have 2 or 3 plantations, you might want to, and nothing else. You can't be a free person, let's say, and you have 5 plantations with 5 masters. Wouldn't you figure out, well, maybe in those plantations the masters behave better a little bit? I don't want to be with this guy that every night. I'm going to run. I'm going to run from this plantation to that plantation. That's what I would do. As I said, if being a free person is not an option, and it's not an option, as we know, on this planet, they will get you, okay? So you're going to go to a different plantation as a country, where you think that, yeah, you're going to be a bottom feeder, but at least these guys are not going to every day. It's going to do it every week. So once a week instead of once a day, I think it's a big, it's a deal right there. It's a sale. It's on sale thing. So anyway, man, it's a discount. Anyway, you know what I mean. So Liz Truss again, she wants to fight China. She doesn't have navy. She doesn't have warships to go to China. Did you see their beautiful 2019, I think it was, the aircraft carrier took a shit after 2 hours of going across Atlantic towards Canada, about what, 5 months ago or so? They had to tow it back and repair it. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Why? Because the British people, somehow they lowered some standards, and when you lower standards, quality sucks, ain't it? All right, yeah, good job, diversity, inclusion, and equity. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I don't cry for Liz Truss. I better not hear from her again. Hey, baby doll, don't call me. Click, blocked. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Even if I block her, she's gonna still be around.